Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about differing market requirements on Doordash. So recently I got an email from one of my subscribers, Chris Cable. Thank you so much for emailing me about this and making this video possible. What he is asking in this email seems to be more along the lines of why certain markets have certain requirements, and honestly I think I can go pretty deep into this. So with that said, we are talking about everything that's being said in this email, how it actually is for DoorDash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers, customers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. Hi, Driven Wyld. My name is Chris, and I love watching your videos. Keep up the great work. I would love your perspective on why DoorDash has different requirements for premium benefits in different markets. For example, I live in Southern California and have 3 markets nearby with different requirements for top-tier benefits. Orange County is part of the Top Dasher program. LA County requires 100 deliveries to get premium, and in the Inland Empire where I live, it requires 150 deliveries for premium benefits. Okay, well, first off, I love how we're talking about why Top Dasher is available in one market and premium, platinum, or whatever Top Dasher rewards are available in different markets. And it's not like they're super far away from each other also. Oh, no. There are some people who have literally emailed me about this, and it's literally right next to each other where this happens. Like, they end up Top Dasher where they are, they end up in a platinum program going next door. They don't meet the requirements, but because they don't meet the requirements, they have to level up their acceptance rate, just go back to where they were and get back Top Dasher. It is crazy how different a single starting point can be, especially on DoorDash. And don't even get me started if we talk about certain promos, earned by time, peak pay, and everything else. The 3 markets are all within 20 minutes for me to get to. I don't understand why it's not consistent across the board considering how close each market is. It really comes down to the drivers in those markets, the demands each one of those markets has. Like, maybe Top Dasher is plenty for a market where there isn't a lot of demand, or maybe there is a lot of demand in other markets with a lot of no-tip customers, so they need the platinum benefits there, where you need to maintain a 70% more consistently in order to get that. So they have to do that over there, but where Top Dasher is, they're doing that anyway, so they don't need to impose those rewards programs. Which also proves, by the way, that the rewards programs are more of a punishment than a reward. My guess it has to do with testing different markets, but I also read in New York, you have to have 200 deliveries and a rolling 30 days to get premium benefits, which seems crazy difficult. Yeah, a lot of drivers are starting to leave the gig community in New York, more specifically in New York City because of the laws out there. But between DoorDash going downhill and a lot of companies going uphill, DoorDash is just not the app anymore. Could the inconsistencies lead to potential lawsuits if you're treating one set of drivers one way and another differently based solely on where they live? Well, let me answer that with another question. If you have 2 markets, one is rural, one is urban, 200 units of whatever you're selling out there sells like hotcakes and you can never have enough, and 200 units in this rural location can get through 6 months without being sold out at all and still not get off the shelf. Is that discrimination, or is that meeting market demand? You have to do things differently in different areas, which is why every time I make a video, I say everything is market dependent, and what applies to me in my market may not apply to you. In South Florida, there are 300 catering orders a day, and there is almost always not enough drivers for catering orders, which is why some of the orders end up going on DoorDash and Uber Eats. Whereas where the rational driver is, what he was explaining in the Behind the Wheel Discord server, a Discord server that is not attached to any one gig creator, that is helping drivers level up as gig workers. He was saying in his market, Delivered actually only averages 4 orders per week, and asked if he wanted to no longer receive deliveries on that platform because it is so slow. I know California is the land of nuts and fruits. We're crazy like Florida, which may apply to the rules and the way we dash. And that's also a great example of this. In California, there's Prop 22. The way they operate is completely different on a legal level because they have to be. There's a subsidy, there's different health benefits that haven't been talked about too much because it only applies to California. Seattle has their own rules. New York City has their own rules. Every local market has their own legislative battles. Florida also had its legislative battles, but it was more for the restaurants than it was for drivers. So things will work differently down here in Florida than it would work up there in California. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. The differing market requirements are the exact reason why in every video I make it absolutely clear everything that we go over in this video or any video that we make can very well be market dependent. What applies to me and my market in South Florida may not apply to you and your market in California. It may not apply to Seattle. It may not apply to New York City. What about Wisconsin or Missouri or Mississippi, Michigan, Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, Maine, Washington in general, Washington, D.C. Things are and will always shift from time to time when it comes to the market demands. Which is why it's so important to stay on your toes and make sure that you're finding the best way to make money in your market. You're in the Inland Empire, where it requires 150 deliveries for premium benefits. Those benefits may be the most strict in your area, but that also may be the highest demand in comparison to Orange County or LA, or at least the most financially beneficial. Maybe LA has more orders that are paying better, but you can't get parking. I see what California traffic looks like. It looks like the reason I turn gray. Orange County could be in the same boat, and they have the lowest requirements and potentially even less good customers. Or maybe they hit the requirements that they would need in that market anyway, so that's why they didn't level up Top Dasher into Dasher Rewards. They're meeting the goals they need to. Either way, I think that this is something that requires a deeper discussion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's make sure that everybody has their perspective heard on this subject so we can make the most amount of money in the least amount of time in the safest possible way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.